Okay, I just have to fix the music. I have something extra. One moment, please. We're getting back. One moment. Another one. Already the first strange things are happening. Yeah, of course. There are ghosts here. There are ghosts everywhere. So I'm gonna see if I can find the music again. One moment. Yeah, I think it works. Even the church bells are sort of strange. Let me see. Where was I? I think somewhere here. welcome everyone. I'm just gonna show you my face for a moment, just in the dark. Hello everyone, and welcome in Amsterdam. That's where we are right now. It is late in the evening. It is dark already, as you can see. I'm wearing my rain jacket because they're expecting rain. It should have started already 15 minutes ago. It's still not there. So let's see what will happen. Oh, do you hear I think the church bells. We have to wait. And welcome everyone. Welcome. See the lightning behind me. Hi Tricia. Hi Tish. Letter G. Hi Natalie, hi Stephanie, hi SL. Hi a lot of other people. Hi Sharon, hi Susan. Beautiful timing, I know. Beautiful timing. So, it is late in the evening, as I said already. I don't know the time exactly anymore. Because is it winter time? Is it summertime? I really don't know. I lost track in the last days, but I all wanna welcome you. It is and yeah, it is over here 10 p.m. That's true. Oh wait, my gimbal's a little doing strange. I think it's too dark, or the ghost is already in my gimbal. No, for the coming hour, I'm gonna take you through a dark Amsterdam, and I'm gonna do that together with my little lamp. You can see it is really burning inside. It's also warm. It's warming me up a little. And we're gonna do some ghost stories, because of course it is Halloween today. It is Halloween, so it was time again to do a good ghost tour. So I've done several ones, but never in this area. So and what I'm using to burn it, something. It's quite high, by the way. So no, it's still good. It's still good. So no, but that will be the coming the coming hour. We will go to several locations in Amsterdam. Well, you still see the lightning behind me, and we're gonna see all kind of things. We're gonna hear stories, so it will be hopefully a lot of fun. Hopefully a lot of fun. Now for sure it will be fun. My name is Stefan, by the way, a guide in the Netherlands and in Belgium. If you're new here, very welcome. If you've done tours with me before, look at the smoke. It's a little too high, I think. But if you don't know me yet, you can follow me via YouTube, subscribe on my channel, and let's go into a dark Amsterdam. So I'm just gonna hold this lamp a little away from me, so because it's a little too much. So I'm gonna start with the first story. And you maybe know this bridge, and I saw some of you were recognizing this already. I'm standing here behind me at the skinny bridge, or the magere brug as we call it in the Netherlands, and it is also sometimes called the kissing bridge. But I think now it is the kiss of death. It's the kiss of death for this evening, because of course it is Halloween today. So okay, I think I just placed it there, and it's a little better now. So the flame is a little lower. I lowered the flame. So I'm just gonna change the screen so you can see what I'm seeing right now, because next to the skinny bridge, we're standing here at the Amstel River. And this is the river that is bringing all the water upstream. We're now looking upstream, and it is quite beautiful over here. It's one of these locations in Amsterdam where people are coming to take pictures, to always take pictures. And what we see in front of us are two buildings that are a little more are a little more clear. And that is first here at the side, that is Carré, that's the big theater. You can see the name on the top. And the second one, that is where I want to talk with you a little about. So the second one, that is called the Amstel Hotel. The Amstel Hotel is from the 19th century. a 19th century hotel built by the famous Samuel Sarfati. Samuel Sarfati, he was a physician and also was a part of our local government for a long time. And we have in Amsterdam, we have a park, we have several streets and squares named after him, and he was quite important for the city. He did also a lot of things for poor people in Amsterdam. So he was the one who started making, for example, the sewage system and starting to collect poop and pee, because before people were just throwing it in the river and throwing it in our canals. But he found out that people are dying. A lot of people are dying because of the bad sanitation here in the city. So. But he also had a plan. He had a plan to make a giant building. That is the building that we can see there at the end, partly as a hotel. The only thing is that they started building and they run out of money already very fast. So in the end, only 1/4 of the total hotel is built. It's now the 5-star Amstel hotel. Really a beautiful hotel. But yeah, then the hotel started. They started opening it in 1870. So, yeah, what is it? 150 years ago. And at first it was not going very well, because the tourism was not very big yet, and this hotel was too big, and they have about 60 rooms in total. So, and for a long time it wasn't going well, and half of the hotel was empty, was completely empty, until one moment there was a famous man. He became famous because of his massages, and he started massaging people, a guy named Mesker, and more and more rich people, like the richest of the richest in Europe, were starting to come to him, mainly, by the way, women, to get his famous massages. And maybe he was also doing some other things with it. And because of this, the hotel became a lot more popular, because all these people that wanted to have a treatment from him, so they were coming over there. And so one of these one time a very rich man. He came over there. He stayed in the hotel for some weeks, because that's what they were going to Amsterdam, staying for some weeks. And he fell in love with one of the maids. And this maid has the name Doris. And Doris, that is a special story, because this Doris, she of course fell in love with him. And they were having fun. They were going out. They were meeting each other. Of course, they were staying a lot on his hotel room. They were dancing. They were dancing like ghosts. I was playing that before. They were dancing like ghosts on his hotel room. And that rich man, he said to the maids, he said to Doris, "One day I will come back. I now have to travel again, but one day I will come back to pick you up, and then we will travel together through the rest of the world." And Doris was waiting and waiting, and after some months she found out that she even got pregnant. And she was waiting and waiting, but of course this man never came back. Never came back. So Doris, in the end, she was full of tears. She was full of tears, and what she did, one day she got to the roof of the hotel and she jumped. She jumped in a white robe, so just her morning clothes. She jumped from the roof of the hotel in the Amstel River, and she died immediately. But since that time, people that are staying in the Amstel Hotel, it is still a hotel, are sometimes telling that they can hear strange sounds, that they hear people walking, that they hear voices, sometimes someone crying. And I think that it's still Doris. Still Doris that is waiting for that man that left her. So if you come to Amsterdam and if you want to be in a spooky hotel, then the best place is to go to the Amstel Hotel. Okay, I'm just gonna walk while we see over here something else, the Dutch painter Vermeer with the milkmaid. Yeah, so that is the story about this hotel. And of course the staff of the hotel they're all saying like, no, this is bullshit. But still nowadays, there's still stories about people who stayed over there and they can hear Doris. So she is still spooking around in Amsterdam. And of course, we are in a very old city. Amsterdam is almost 750 years old. And of course, in these 750 years, there were a lot of people who lived here. Also, a lot of people that died over here. And look at these cute cats in the meantime. Everywhere are cats. Cats have 9 lives, so you never know in what life this cat would be. Now, 800 years of people that are living over here, that died over here. So this city here is built on bodies. Is built and they're buried literally everywhere. And while we're walking through a beautiful Amsterdam, look how beautiful this canal is over here. One of the 4 main canals with some houseboats on the side. And at the other side, there's even, I'm just gonna, because it's so beautiful and I'm still waiting for the rain that didn't come until now. We see we see the moon behind there, and then of course the beautiful bridges everywhere. And yes, hello Leonie. I heard that I missed some calls from you earlier today. Is that right? I missed some calls, but when I was listening these calls, I only heard a strange voice. And that voice was saying, I'm coming to Amsterdam this evening. So I'm expecting you on my tour. So, or am I wrong? I don't know. Okay, I'm just gonna walk a little further. Okay, we're now still. Yeah, it was a little strange high voice. I don't know exactly. But I was a little busy today, so I didn't have a good time to completely check it. We have to go now to Amstel 216. 216. Amstel 216. We just had 222. There are some other beautiful buildings here on the side. No, it is this building over here with the 2 lanterns in front. This building over here belongs to a very rich man. And this man is called Koenraad van Beuningen. And this Koenraad van Beuningen, now as you can see, his house, he had a quite big house over here with several levels. So he became a very rich man. Because he was one of the traders of the Dutch East Indies Company. The Dutch East Indies Company. He lived here. He let this house built, and look only at the front door, how immense this is. But he lived here for several years together with his neighbor. He fell in love with his neighbor and they lived over here. But then something started to happen. He started to gamble with his money. He started to lose his money. And bit by bit, this man was getting crazy. He was getting so crazy that he heard stories, he heard voices in his head. And not only that, he also he heard voices in his head, and it was like he was warning his neighbors for the apocalypse. So the end of times were coming. He was writing letters to the local government, because this man, why he became so rich, not only because he was a trader, but also because he was the mayor of Amsterdam for several times. For 6 times, 6 periods he was the mayor. But he became more and more crazy, screaming outside, screaming in the streets. And then one day people started to find something interesting, because what happened on his walls, they started to find all kind of texts, and not only texts, also paintings. And for example, over here, look at this. And we're now talking about the 17th century. So what you can see over here, even his name, Van Beuningen. And a little ship is there. And there's not only one ship. If you look further, there's a second ship too. There's a second, and if we go to the left, then over here there are some signs. You see Van Beuningen again. Some strange signs. And not only that, also some Arab signs even. Or is it Arabic? I really don't know. But to be honest, these signs were getting more and more. And what they found out is, why are they all so red? That is because this man was writing and was making signs with his bloody hands. So he cut his fingertips. To write on the walls. And over here you can see this again. And he wrote this in the 17th century, and it is still over here. And they tried to clean it. They tried to clean the walls with all kind of things, but it is still there. We cannot remove it. And the story goes that this Koenraad van Beuningen, that is his name, is still walking around the city. That his soul didn't rest. He's still searching for his money, and he's still after people. He's mainly after young men to cut their fingers to write on walls. So if you're in Amsterdam and if you're seeing some red letters on a wall, then you may be thinking it's paint, but no, it can be the blood. It can be the blood of one of the victims of Koenraad van Beuningen. Okay, so I'm gonna walk a little further over this dark canal, and we're coming nearby some other houses of very rich Amsterdammers. For example, over here, look how big this house is. Literally the richest of the richest, the filthy rich people of Amsterdam, they were living over here in these houses. And one of the most rich families was the family Willet Holthuizen. And it was a couple, and that couple again became so rich by trading, also Dutch East Indies Company. And what they did is they collected art. They collected art from all over the world, and they placed that in their beautiful mansion. And we're now standing in front of that mansion. Look how big it is. But there's also, of course, a ghost story around this, because the woman, she really She loved art. She died. She died, and since that time, several other people have become the owners of this place. Nowadays it is a museum. But what happens, this is a museum full of art. Full of art. Literally every corner you can find something. And what the people that are working now in the museum are saying, that sometimes that they can feel something. That they can feel as if, and we even see some light over there inside. Do you see that? You can see some light inside. So Lady Louisa, she is still going around taking care of all her art. And what she is doing is every time, the interesting thing, every time when the people in the museum, they sometimes change a painting from one room to another room. And then some days later they're coming in the room, and what they find? They find the painting on the ground. Broken glass, everything. And this happened not one time, but several times. So, with not one painting, but with a lot of paintings and other pieces of art. So, nowadays they decided, okay, let's not remove the art of Louisa Willet von Holthuizen anymore. Because if you do that, we're finding it the next day, broken on the ground. She wants it to stay exactly at the same place. So, okay, let's walk a little more. I have to walk sometimes from location to location, still waiting for that rain. It is here still good, a little light. Later on it will get darker. And look, it is already a little Amsterdam in Christmas time. Oh, and I see some crazy people here and there standing on the streets. I don't know. Okay. And the next house, look at the house over here. And the beautiful, you maybe recognize him. This man over here, or this man, it is the angel over here. This angel over here. And he is putting his stick inside the dragon. So, Saint Michael himself over here is killing the dragon. What a beautiful frontage of your canal house. Unbelievable. Okay, just going. And look at this. And look at the beautiful reflections. Amsterdam by night. Ghostly. And we're walking now to a little part that's a little busier part of the city. So I will go through it, and then at the other side it will be a lot less. Okay, let's go over here. In the middle we can see a lot of cafes and bars over here. There are some Halloween parties that we're missing. There are some Halloween parties, but I'm just cutting it through. I don't need my light over here still. Oh, by the way, look there at the left. Look there at the left. What is this? My goodness. Someone didn't make it this evening. Okay. I'm now, by the way, on the Rembrandt Square. And yeah, we're starting to celebrate Halloween more and more. So you can see some people. And you can hear some music that's not my music. Okay, let's go here in the middle part. Look what we have over here. We have Rembrandt in a beautiful reflection. And look, what is this? Is this someone that you recognize? After a quite famous statue that you can find in Paris, by the way. It's called the Thinker, but this is a modern version of it. It's called the Thinker. Exactly, the Thinker in space. Although every time when I'm coming here, I have some other ideas. And to be honest, finally I can do something about it, because I think this guy needs this. So I'm just gonna give him a roll of toilet paper, because I think he needs to go to the toilet. Okay, let's go again. Okay, well, we have, of course, also Rembrandt over here. By Rembrandt, I have to go from this busier square. I see some walking witches over there. Unbelievable. But I'm gonna take this route over here. So we have over here some more people, but it will soon be over. I was hoping a little for that rain, because I thought like if it's gonna rain then everyone will be inside immediately. But yeah, this is the party area of Amsterdam, where you can do, for example, crazy karaoke. Really fun. I did yesterday karaoke with Hui and Anna, so that was amazing. Okay, we're going to the other side. Okay, over the bridge. We are crossing the Amstel River again. And look at all the bikes. Hundreds, thousands. We're going over the bridge, and this is again the Amstel River. While we have the moon. Almost a full moon, by the way. But look how beautiful the reflections are. No karaoke tour. Yeah, I know. Some drunk people. By the way, if you're living in Amsterdam, you have to be careful. You always have to be careful. Not only for Koenraad van Beuningen, that can, as me as a man, that can come after you, but also for these canals, all this water. About 25% of Amsterdam is water. 25%. And it is killer number one. It is killer number one in Amsterdam. So, just to give you an example, last year more people died in the canals than people were killed, than people were murdered. So more people died in the canals than we had homicides. And yeah, you may be wondering why. I can tell you a little more about this. Because what happens is that we have a lot of people over here in Amsterdam that are going to bars. And then after they coming out of the bar, some men mainly need to pee. And what are they doing? They are going to the first canal that they're seeing and starting to pee in the canal. And that is very dangerous. That is very dangerous because if you come out of a bar, and you need to pee and it is cold outside and you maybe are drunk or stoned or even both, everything is possible in Amsterdam, then there is a big chance that you will lose your weight. You will lose your balance, not your weight. You lose your balance and fall in the water. Fall in the cold canal water of Amsterdam. It's not really a nice death. And why are there so many men? That's mainly because we men, we always want to pee in the canals. You want to pee everywhere, but also in the canals. And you may be thinking like, Stefan, how do you know that these men all were peeing? That's because when we're finding the bodies, almost all of them, we're drowning the bodies out of the water. And then we're finding them with their knees on their ankles, with their pants on their ankles or on their knees. So, and it's of course also because the Dutch, it's just a strange death. So in some locations now, you have some ropes. You have some ropes that you can hold at least if you're falling in the water. Okay. I have to go to the next location, and I think I'm gonna take this little tunnel over here. Have to be careful. Okay. Let's have this tunnel over here. Fuck, what is this? Look at this. Help me. And fuck. See, there are even some shoes laying over there. Where is the person that was riding this? This is so strange. Wow, look at this. It's Oscar and a bike, so it looks like someone wants to tell me something, I think. And there's blood everywhere over here. Fuck. Oh, there's even a cart over here. Wait, let me get it. Oh, there's a name. There's a name in the cart. Wow. Sharon Peters. That sounds like a familiar name. I don't know. Why would there be a cart over here from Sharon Peters? And Oscar and my bike help me. I don't know. It's a little... Okay, we have to go here. Just gonna take you to the other side. It is a little dark over here. The boots escaped from the Van Gogh painting. Yeah, maybe. Maybe you're right. The card said something that I couldn't read completely. It was written in a language that I don't understand. Only the name Sharon Peters was there. And Sharon Peters, yeah. I don't know. Okay. I'm hearing also strange sounds in this area. I don't know if it's me. By the way, at the start I said like that. Oh. No, at the start I said that I got that strange message from Leonie. I got that strange that strange voice message from Leonie. And my amazing colleague from the UK, from Kent. And she left a voice message with strange sound, strange laugh. She was laughing, or I thought it was her voice, but I don't know exactly. And then earlier this evening, before I did this tour, I was just going over my YouTube channel and I saw Leonie again. But I don't know what happened to her. I don't know if some of you did see that, did see her tour, but it was not completely Leonie. She turned into a witch. She turned into a witch, so I think that what I was hearing, that it was Leonie, the witch Leonie, and she said she would come to Amsterdam around 10:30. 10:30, yeah. But to be honest, I don't know if it's British time or European time. So, but it is just after 10:30. But I didn't hear from her yet. So, Leonie is a witch. Is she? Okay. I don't know. But it was strange. It was strange. And oh yeah, I think it was like this. Really? I have the voice message. I'm playing it now. Leonie, is this you? Is this you? That's very strange. That's very strange. So I really don't know. I really don't know. But she is not here. She is not here. So I'm hearing another strange sound. Oh, this is like a plane or something like that. Whoa! What is this sound? Whoa! Is it the plane so nearby? Whoa! Oh, where's this coming from? Whoa! I think the plane crashed down. I think the plane crashed down. Whoa, or something crashed. Something, I think nearby, but I don't exactly know what this is. Ah, the moon is still there. Oh my god, no. Please not. Look at this. I think I know what crashed down. I see a broom over here. I see a broom. And I see some... This looks like the shoes of Leonie. I think she came over here from Kent on her broom. And she just crashed over here in this house. I'm really sorry, Leonie. I'm sorry. I have to finish my tour. I will come later to see how it goes and if you're inside and if you're feeling okay. Sorry, I don't have time for this. Okay. Let's go. Let's go again. Oh. And I'm still hearing these strange sounds here and there. It's getting dark. Okay, I'm just going to the next little alley over there. We're gonna do some more little alleys here in this area. Yeah, I will go back for Leonie later. I don't know that sound, where it was coming from, but it felt like someone was coming after me or so, but I don't know exactly. So over here, where we are at the location that's called the Spin House. And this is a place, you can see it a little on the statues on top. Look on the statues on top. You see that there's a woman at the right side and another woman at the left side, and both of them are getting hit. The one at the left already got hit, the one at the right not yet, is just getting hit at the moment. And this place over here, we're calling it a spin house, a spinnery, and this was the place where criminal women were placed in the 17th and 18th century. Because we wanted them out of society, and instead of just placing them in a jail, they found out that it was maybe better to let them just work for the government, work for the food that they had to buy for them, and also they were trying to re-educate them. And as you can see, re-educating meant at that time, and it's not even that long ago, of course, just hitting the women at the moment that they did some bad things. So we have, by the way, a house like this, both for men and for women in Amsterdam. So it's now a little calmer again. So I'm just gonna walk a little more. What a beautiful city is it by night, isn't it? Okay, I'm gonna take you to one of my favorite buildings. We have to walk a little for this. And thank you again, everyone, for joining. Over another deadly canal. So I have my lamp with me. It's feeling a little safer with this. Really feeling a little safer. Okay. We're going to that church over there. You see the tower? That is the tower of the Zuiderkerk, or the Southern Church. And the Southern Church is one of the most important churches that is built in Amsterdam in the 17th century. A Reformed church. And we hear it. Look how beautiful. Now they started building it at the end of the 16th century, and it was finished in 1611. So the start of the 17th century, in the oldest part, one of the oldest parts of Amsterdam. Next to this wonderful canal over here. Look how beautiful this city is. Imagine that every year that they're finding, I see something floating here in the middle of the canal. I don't know what it is. It's maybe a swan. It's maybe a sleeping swan, or is it a dead swan? Do you see that in the middle? Now Oscar was a little too scared to join me today. Yeah, it is a swan. We have a sleeping swan there. I think I've never seen it like this before. No, Oscar was a little scared. He was a little scared. So he stayed home, and that is because maybe some of you have seen one of my other ghost tours that I did already 1.5 years ago. And on that ghost tour he was captured by some big spiders. So I didn't want to bring him again. Okay. Wow, that strange sound is there again. Okay, I'm just going in the side street over here. A beautiful church, isn't it? Also hearing it's like someone is snoring or so. I don't know where it's coming from. I don't know where this is coming from. Go to the church. This is one of the entrances over here. But there are more entrances. Look how beautiful it is over here. We're now next to the church. Next to the church, and here next to the church, this was one of the old cemeteries, of Amsterdam. So we have to go back again to the 17th century. And what happened in the 17th century? What happened in the 17th century? There were a lot of people living over here. The city was growing from about 50,000 people in 1550 to about 200,000 people in 1650. So in a very short time, it's now starting to rain, by the way. In a very short time, the city was growing immense. So more and more people were dying, and more people needed place to bury them. So more and more cemeteries were built in Amsterdam, and one of them was the cemetery over here next to the Southern Church. And you can see they're doing some works on the street right now, but I can show you the entrance into the cemetery. Look at this. We have that black coffin over there. A black coffin, and on top of the black coffin you can see some skulls. Some skulls, just a sign that over here, that was the place where people were buried. And yes, the population was exploding, and at the same time, one of the last one of the last times the plague came over. Over Amsterdam, over the Netherlands, and a lot of people died. So they did not have enough place for all these bodies. A lot of them were buried over here. Some people are making a lot of sound now. Making a lot of sound. Sorry, there's some drunk people, I think, here on the square. But yeah, how was that going in the 17th century? Is that poor people were buried outside. The rich people were buried inside the church. So if you had enough money, then you could get buried inside the church. But not for the poor people. So most of the people were buried inside. But these rich people inside the church. And what happened is that also the number of rich people exploded in Amsterdam. 17th century, that was the moment that we became so rich over here, with so many traders. So these rich people, they all wanted to get buried, of course, inside the church. And more and more. So after a while, almost every evening, after the daily masses, people were buried inside the church. And so many that if you were coming then the next morning to the church, then you could still smell the bodies. You could still smell the bodies of the dead people that were buried the evening before. And that is where they say the term filthy rich was coming from. Or in Dutch, stinkend rijk. So people were so rich that we could smell them. They were filthy rich. That's one of the explanations for this name. But the interesting thing is that at this moment they are digging up. They're doing some roadworks over here. So, and of course, this used to be the cemetery. And the first time that they were digging up, that was in the 1960s. And in the 1960s, they were building the metro here in Amsterdam. And to build the metro, they were of course digging. They were all digging from. Sorry, that was the lamp. It's a little. So no, but they were all digging, and they found a lot of graves when they were digging for the metro. So and now they are digging again. So the story goes that there are a lot of people, a lot of bodies that were found over here. So maybe they're now digging again. I don't know. Do we see something? No, I don't see. But it's a little dark. It is a little dark. So, but there can be bodies again. But the stupid thing is that I'm again hearing these spooky sounds. So I'm gonna get to the light over there. I'm going to get to the light because I'm feeling a little safer over there. Oh, I'm almost falling. Do you hear that sound? What's this? This is black. Black. It's not red. But it's really spooky. Fuck, what's this?